everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for Triple Triad. We're just gonna hop right into it. We're going to be binging through a whole bunch of Triple Triad matches, mostly just showing the successful ones which gave rewards. Today's goal is to take care of all the Triple Triad cards and matches that were added in patch 3.0, starting off with matches that were added to A Realm Reborn cities. Namely, starting off, we have Wawalago at the Fishers Guild in Limsa Lominsa. And he's going to give us a reward of Livia Goe Junius. We're going to be getting so many cards today. Alright, moving on to the next one, we have Yoyaki at the Thaumaturge's Guild in Ul'dah. I'm probably not going to have much to say. It's Triple Triad. You know how Triple Triad works. I've gone over the rules before. I've gone over how it works. So we're largely just going to be enjoying the show as I work through the many matches that I had to go through. I gotta say, the Clive Rosfield card has come in very handy. Yoyaki gives us the Emmerich card. Moving on to the next one, we have Yellow Moon over at the Weaver's Guild. I am actively considering how I want to handle Triple Triad in the future, to be honest. Because on the one hand, I do greatly enjoy Triple Triad. But as we can see here clearly in this episode, it doesn't necessarily make for great video content. It's the matches. It's just standard Triple Triad matches with some rule variations. We get a Yugiri Mistwalker card from Yellow Moon. What I'm thinking I might do in the future, I'm considering a few different options for how to handle Triple Triad. Our next match looks to be against Noez over in Gridania, Old Gridania, over by the Achievement Exchange. But yeah, I'm considering a couple options. I could potentially speed up these matches a lot more, just show the rewards I'm getting from each. Not actually needing to show the matches, because they're Triple Triad matches. There's not that much to them. It's a fun card game, but there's... Once you know Triple Triad, it's not that hard to... That's not quite true. Some matches can be difficult, but it's not going to be that much variation. We get the Karibu card from Noez. Interesting. Karibu is from a dungeon we haven't done yet. So I believe that's a card that was given to him later. A few patches down the line. Because that card I don't believe even existed at the point of 3.0. In fact, I think that's going to be a running thing. They tend to add cards to old Triple Triad NPCs in later patches. Like, hypothetically, they may add a card from 3.3 to a 3.0 NPC. Just to give you a reason to come back to an old NPC. And also to have a place to put the card. So, since I am going for all the cards from each NPC we fight, we are going to be ending up with some cards from later patches. Next card we get is Galacat card. There we go. Moving on to the next area. We've got Gibberlon over in the bar and inn and in Ishgard. Ooh, same sound too many times in a row. Got me tripped up. This one, I believe, had me do 5 sudden deaths in a row before I could finally actually beat Gibberlon. Which was very interesting. It just kind of kept going. Yeah, so some possibilities I'm looking at. Possibly just abbreviating the matches very much to only show the rewards. Hey, we got an Estinian card. Very nice. One possibility is just kind of treating it like I do job updates, where I will just occasionally do an update of like, hey, here's the NPCs I fought in this patch, here's the cards they gave, Good luck. Alright, next up we have the Voracious Voth over in Lothast Voth in the Dravanian Forelands. This is actually an NPC that has... this is an NPC from patch 3.1. They didn't have Triple Triad added to them in 3.0. So I did this one by mistake, but we're going to go with it because I did get rewards from it. The NPC I actually wanted to go for was the head of the Voth colony, but we aren't able to access their Triple Triad match yet. Bandersnatch card, nice. There's a couple of NPCs from 3.0 that I couldn't do Triple Triad matches against, largely due to not being entirely caught up on their side quests. So there are a couple I did have to skip, and I believe both of them are here in the Dravanian Forelands. There might be a couple others, but the two I know of are here in the Dravanian Forelands off the top of my head. Marsuchomp and the leader of the Voth colony. But yeah, if anyone has thoughts on how they think I should handle Triple Triad in the future, please let me know. I greatly enjoy Triple Triad. I just don't think it makes that great of video content. We got a Querl Regina card. Don't worry about it. We will get to Querl Regina. We will get to her. Next up, Midnight Dew over in Idleshire has more cards for us. Like, some NPCs will have very interesting rules or decks that they have that they get paired with that can make them particularly difficult. There's one NPC coming up that has caused problems for players in the past. She's not particularly tough if you just know to actually expect the rules that she has. We got a Belladonna card from a dungeon from a later patch. But yeah, there's one NPC coming up in a little bit. I think like right after Midnight Dew. Who causes problems for a few players. And just knowing to build out a very specific deck for her is a good strategy. You don't always want to go with a recommended deck. Also, we ended up with 2 Asinian cards thanks to that swap rule. I think I was deciding here whether to play defensively or offensively. I ended up going offensively. And then if I notice it, yep, I can use plus here to steal that card, stealing back my other card, and we still win. We get a Matoya card. Master Matoya. Where did it end up? Up there. There we go. Alright, next up, oh, this is not the NPC I was thinking of. Moving on to the Turning Mist, we have Mogmill, who I believe had 4 cards for me. So we're going to be here for a moment, dealing with Mogmill. This one's up on top of, like, the upper plateau near Moghome. So from the Aetheryte, just fly straight up and go a little bit southeast, like literally above the Moghome caves. Don't worry about it. I speak with gestures a lot, and I gestured my arm right into my water bottle. Don't worry about it. I should probably stop speaking with my arms so much. We got a Vetterfulnir card. Nice. Alright, next card from Mogmill. What are we gonna get? Did a really good job with the Triple Triad theme, though. It's a really good song. It's a nice, simple song that fits the vibes really well. We got a Noth card. Alright, next up, more from Mogmill. Yeah, I could just vibe to the song for a bit. It works well. It's a good song. It does its job well. Good work. Good work to the composers, the very professional composers who know what they're doing. I don't think they need praise, but they deserve praise. Sure what my favorite triple trad rule is. Plus and same are both very fun rules where if you can make use of them, they can be very powerful, very, very powerful, but they can also be equally as powerful against you. Ooh, we got a Moglin card. Yeah, plus and same are both powerful rules that could be turn the tide very easily. But also, Chaos leads to very interesting matches that really test your deck. Like, it tests if you have a good general purpose deck that can just withstand whatever the NPC is going to throw at you. Meanwhile, Order is a rule that you can just very easily manipulate and abuse, especially if you know what the enemy's deck is going to be. Alright, Mogmill down, giving us a Vanu card. A nice batch of cards from you, Mogmill. Moving on, I believe, to the Sea of Clouds next. Here she is, Mariel. Mariel always has the rule Order. She also has a very consistent deck that is always exactly the same in exactly the same order. So if you learn her deck, the next step is to figure out a counter deck. And an ideal counter deck will account for both moving first and moving second. She has some interesting and some fairly powerful cards in there. So counterplaying her can be difficult, but that's also the way you are supposed to deal with her, given that she has a very fixed deck. We got a Lanier de Helenar card, nice. And I believe she has one more for us. But yeah, thankfully my recommended deck ended up being pretty decent. I was able to start beating her fairly consistently once I figured out a good pattern or a good strategy for her. I don't remember the strategy anymore. I figured it out in the heat of the moment, and it worked. I think it largely just revolved around the fact that making the same moves led to her making the same moves, so basically just got myself in a nice little loop where I locked her into letting me win. Alright, we got a Count Edmond de Fortham card. Next up, we have the Idle Imperial and Aziz La. We have just an Imperial soldier who is so bored out of their mind that we come up to them, they think we're gonna fight, and we're like, nope, you wanna play Triple Triad? And I guess they're good with it. They've got a bunch of cards from later patches, so we're gonna be getting a lot of cards from later patches. And I believe they have 4 cards total, so we're gonna be here for a minute. But I think the Idle Imperial was the second to last NPC I fought, so we are almost done here. And then beyond just the cards we get from fighting NPCs, there's also cards that you get from dungeons and trials and so on. We got a Regula Van Hydrus card. Makes sense from the Idle Imperial. Alright, what will we win from you next? But yeah, we've got more than just the Triple Triad NPCs that we want to go over, so once we're done with the NPCs, we won't be done quite yet. We've got a few other things we picked up, a few other Triple Triad cards we picked up. One thing I do want to do eventually with Triple Trad is I want to try one of those tournaments. The Gold Saucer regularly holds triple Triad tournaments, and placing in those can give you nice rewards like exclusive cards. Ooh, we got a Hilda card. Nice. Why you have a card of Hilda from Idleshire, I have no idea. Alright, what are you giving us next, Idle Imperial? We've got a Curator card. I believe that is from a dungeon we have not done yet. That is from a later dungeon. And last card from you is going to be... There we go, we got Tiamat, the local dragon imprisoned for millennia. Partially self-imprisoned because of her guilt over what happened to Bahamut. Alright, now that the big montage is over, I'm gonna do the commentary over that later. I just finished up grinding out all the cards just a little bit ago. Now that that's over, let's wrap up for the day. So we did a whole bunch of Triple Triad. Got nearly all of the cards from patch 3.0. Also got the Griffin card from the Dusk Vigil. Got Ravana's card from Thokas Thok. Got the Cherubert card, which is from a later patch actually, but I got it from the Vault. And where are we standing with our card list? I believe through patch 3.0, the card list goes up through page 3. This card right here. So we're still missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of these, I don't have the Somal card yet. I'm working on that, but it's a random drop, and I only have so much time to actually grind this out. I have other things I want to do with my life. But I'm working on it. I'll get to that one as soon as I can. I'm like actively doing a run every day, hoping that it'll drop. It shouldn't take too long, but it's not had any luck yet. Marsuchamp has triple triad cards we can do, but unfortunately, because we have not finished his side quest yet, he's not giving us access to him as a triple triad NPC. So I'm gonna have to come back to that one later. And then the last two are from, the last three are from achievements. We'll go over those in a moment. And then we also have a card from the Airy, which again, working on that one, has not dropped yet. Hopefully it'll drop soon. But yeah, out of all these, we're missing, out of all the cards in patch 3.0, we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we do have a few cards from later patches going out through page 5, it looks like. So that is pretty nice. We're making some good progress. We finally have context for Liquid Flame. No, not quite actually. Not quite. We have context for Pepsi Man, Living Liquid, and Liquid Flame appears to be a variant, so I suppose we'll get to that soon enough. But yeah, we're starting to fill these in pretty nicely, so future patches in Heavensward we've already got a lot of progress on, which is nice. But yeah, so let's go take a look at the achievements real quick, see which ones we have. That's gonna be under... Hold on, I see it right there, but let's hop into... Would it be under items? We're looking for... I'm trying to find our... Where's the gold saucer achievements? Where do we find those? Under items, I would assume. Maybe under general items? Let's take a guess and say there. Nope. Where the heck have these been hidden at? Wouldn't it be Grand Company? Then no way it'd be Grand Company. Not under exploration for sure. Highly doubt quests, highly doubt crafting and gathering. You know what? Character. There it is. Gold saucer. Okay, let's scroll down. So, one of the achievements is Triple Decker 4, get 90 unique Triple Triad cards. That's going to give us Midgard Stormer. And the other achievement, if we go down further, Triple Team 3, defeat 41 unique NPCs at Triple Triad. That is for defeating basically every NPC through patch 3.0. And then I think this, yeah, I think going down, these are going to be patch 3.3, 4.0, 4.3, 5.0, 5.3. No, wait, not quite, because that's Dawn Trail. Well, generally these are going to line up with defeating all the NPCs in an expansion. We'll get to that as we get to it. But yeah, we got Harshavon card from defeating basically all the NPCs from base game Heavensward. So Harshavons, Midgard Stormer. Going back down to our gold saucer, our card list, we are now missing Somal, NPC that we can't fight, the Aerie. Working on all these, so it's going to be side quests and 2 dungeons. Well, on that, we've basically cleared out our Triple Triad for now. We're at 116, it looks like. Nice. Okay, making good progress. Alright, with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I do believe it is time to move on to patch 3.1. Time to probably start with continuing the main story as we head onwards. I will see everyone next time for that.